Today, I want us to invest our money in biological assets. Biological assets. And biological assets are just simply living plants and animals, right? And living animals can be cows, goats, sheep, pigs, fish. Define them. There are so many. And plants can be like trees, fruits, and so on and so on. Those are the kind of biological assets I'm talking about. Now, investment in biological assets is a high risk project because if you look at living animals, they are prone to some problems. For example, they depreciate. They are depreciating assets because sometimes they are prone to diseases. And when they are prone to diseases or market conditions such as maybe kuna mbuzi mingi zinachinjwa and so on, maybe maziwa ni mingi, so unapata mpaka market and demand, if the supply is so high and the demand is so low, so the price goes down. That is the kind of depreciation we are talking about. For example, I remember, I don't know it's whether it's last year, when it comes to plants, there is this product inaitwa kitunguu. Onions zilipanda bei sana, zilifika 160 if you can remember, if you bought a kg of onion back then. But right now, if you look at the price of onions, it's around 20 shillings, 30 shillings. No. So that is the depreciation I'm talking about. But it's a high risk project, but we normally say it have high returns based on how you're going to manage that risk. All right. Now, assuming 100,000 Kenya shillings accumulated in the year ended 2024, invested in biological assets in the year 2025 from January 2025 to December 2025. Is it going to give us something? Let's see about that. Now, investment in biological assets, Kenya shillings 100,000 invested in sheep from January 2025 to December 2025. Yeah, you can decide to invest it in cows, but the reason why I took sheep is because I prefer the mode of bringing up sheep. Hazinanga story mingi, yani zinakuanga tu, kazi yako ni kuzifungulia asubuhi na kupeleka kwa field. So hapa I'm talking about those people who have a big field. So if you don't have a big field, maybe you hamuna ushago kwenu nini, so it might be difficult for you. So this investment only works for those people who have land to graze freely, and maybe wako na mashamba kwenda kutafuta majani and so on and so on. And for sheep, you don't have to buy them food. You just put them free range. Jioni wamekula, wameshiba, wamerudi. Now, from a reliable source of information, young sheep that is just 2 months old from birth, it's going to cost one sheep 2 months old, it's hiyo ishamaliza mpaka kunyonya, it's going to cost around 4,000 to 5,000 Kenya shillings, but I decided to take 5,000 maximum, 5,000 Kenya shillings. Na pia hapa ukinunua in lump sum, of course you might get some discount and so on. So with 100,000 Kenya shillings, with 100,000, you are likely to get, divided by 5,000, this one is 20 sheep, right? This one is 20 sheep. And 20 sheep, sasa hizo ndizo utakuwa ukilea. Karibu unazifungulia asubuhi, zinaenda zinakula. So for a whole year, kazi yako ni hizi vitu, kazi yake ni kukula tu na kugrow. So advantage number one is they are increasing in value, right? So ukilinunua kakiwa kadogo, inaenda ikigrow. See, it's increasing in value. So it's appreciating in value, right? Not unless it gets sick, na maybe uone hii ni kukufa inakufa. But of course you manage that risk through veterinary services, deworming, nini. So hiyo mbuzi unailea vizuri, hiyo kondoo unailea vizuri. So una make sure the growth is very much okay. This project is not like poultry. Poultry is it's the highest risk ever because you might find them dead, all of them. But there is a way you can manage that through vaccination and so on and so on. But for now, let's concentrate on sheep. Now, if you look at this, now this one you have incurred a cost of 100,000 to purchase 20 of them, and assuming that now if you are taking this one investment as a one-time investment whereby utaki kuendelea na useme by December I want to sell all these things, nione zinaweza nipea pesa ngapi. Again, from a reliable information from people who are used to buy things, of course from experience, one sheep yenye imekula a whole year mzuri inaweza cost, of course a good breed inaweza cost 8,000 to 10k, inaweza cost 8,000 to 10,000. But they say that kama ni kike anaweza cost 10,000 maximum, kama ni ndume anaweza cost 15,000 because mandume wanakaa ku grow sana, you know. So if you decide to sell them to the butchers and so on and so on, so you are likely to get an income of this is 20 times 8k, you get an income of 160k. So from your 100,000, actually you have added an extra 60k, which is equivalent to 60%. Assuming that in the period of kuzilisha nini, you incurred a cost of let's say 20k to kuzitafutia veterinary services, chakula, dewormers, nini, kwa sababu of course ulikuwa unazifanyia monitoring, kutafuta kijana wa kwenda shamba, kutafuta majani and so on and so on. And this cost is so high. It's high because hizi vitu hazinanga monitoring hiyo at so much expensive and so on. No. Na tuseme hata shade ulikuwa umezijengea 10k, na that one is amount that you are not included in here. Tuseme hata ulikuwa tu nayo because that one is a one time cost. All right, so you see you have almost 60%, 50%, 40 to 60% profit. Hii naona iko tu sawa. Now advantage number 2 is that for if you don't decide to sell them. Haya, sasa from what I know is that mbuzi akiwa amemaliza 1 year, ako almost to give birth. It's something that can give birth. So assuming that 20 conceives, assuming that 80% conceive, of course they are going to give birth to 16 kids. And 16 kids, if you add to whatever you have, that is 20, you are going to be having 36 sheep and 16 kids. Of course you have added value again. This is also money. This 16 is also money. If you give this one 5 months, again you are selling at around 7k or 6k, and that's how you increase the capital again, and so on and so on. Advantage number 3 is about manure. Again, if you are a farmer or you don't want to be associated with farming and so on and so on, hii nayo unaweza amua kuuza manure, and at the end of the year, of course, hapa huwezi kosa pickup yako 2 ama lori nusu ya manure with 20 sheep, huwezi kosa mwaka mzima, kwani zilikuwa zinakula aje? So guys, now this investment is not like putting money into money market fund account and waiting for a whole year so that you can collect your principal plus interest. This one is how it's going to look like when you do an investment in biological assets as compared to an investment in money market fund. Money market fund tuliona inatupea interest ya around 12%, but this one is giving us 40 to 60% depending. So guys, you have the information, compare and contrast and see whether you can invest, whether you can decide to take that risk or not. The choice is yours. Mine is to deliver information. Now, this is Sir John Mweri talking. I'm a professional accountant. Thank you so much, and continue following me and watching my videos. We meet in our next video. Thank you.